Hi folks, today's project is fixing my tire. I got a flat while I was doing all that slate work recently on the road. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little penetrating oil on these lug nuts in case I got to take the whole tire off. I already checked at home and I don't think I have one that fits. But I do have a tube and I'm hoping that I can just push the old tube that's in there. The valve stem got cut off, so it's useless, but there's no sense in taking it out. I'm just going to push it out of the way, and I'm going to slip a new tube in there. I'll try to get the valve stem lined up so I can slide it in the hole in the rim, and then just work the rest of the tube in that gap. Kind of push the rubber tire back a little bit so I have more of a gap to work with. If it works, it'll save a lot of time. I got the bucket pressing down so it's raising that tire off the ground too, so I don't need it jacked. I have a C-clamp holding the rubber tire kind of squished together to give me a little more room right where the valve stem is. So I'm getting it all just started there a little bit, all the way around. Now as I kind of wiggle the tire, I get a little more room, and I can kind of, with my fingers, just push that tube in there. And it doesn't matter if the tube gets a little folded or anything, because once it gets into that empty space and then gets pumped up with the air, it'll straighten itself all out. I rounded off the tip of my crowbar a little bit so it didn't have any pointing edges to it. So I can just kind of push the tube a little bit with the bar, pry it, and push it, and I don't have to worry about puncturing the tube. You got to hold on to that valve stem, make sure that you don't lose it, because if that gets pushed in there, then you got to pull the whole thing back out and start again. I just got to get that edge of that rubber tire back in place up next to the bead there. And that should do it. Let's put some air in there and see how it goes. And it's good. Perfect. All the time I saved on that, I ended up losing because I dropped the key into my engine compartment and spent 2 hours trying to get it out. So back to the project here. I got the rafters up. That last one I left up there, I just put it up there. I didn't put it in place. So what I need to do is roll it because it's only got one side that's really straight. And so I want to roll it to get that straight side up. And then I also have to shift it over to the side where it's supposed to be. So in order to roll it, I'm thinking I can put this chain on it with a come-along, pull from just one side, and it'll just roll it over because it's kind of long and heavy and it's hard to do that and nail it all at the same time. So I want to be able to move it slowly, get it where it wants to be, hold it there, and then I can nail it. So it looks like it's working pretty well, but ultimately I keep getting bound up. I can't get it far enough. So I end up having to go to plan B, which is cut a slit in the end so I can slip a crowbar in there and just use that as a kind of crank. So even though twisting it with the chain and come along didn't work, it's still good to have it there so it kind of holds it in position. flat as I can get it there. Now I just go on this end here, and I gotta move it forward a little bit. It turned out that pulling forward actually ended up turning it quite a bit also, so just done that in the first place. Now we'll put another rafter up here. I dragged one into place. Now I gotta use a block and tackle at this point. So I've got it sitting there. I'm gonna raise it up using that rafter, and it'll slide over the top. Now this block and tackle will increase my strength. I got it down here so I can pull on this cable from this line here. And the cool thing about this block and tackle is it has kind of a self-locking mechanism. So I can just pull up here. Block and tackles are nice because they can go a longer distance faster, but you do have a lot of ropes to contend with. Make sure they're not twisted off. Caught on the tree behind on the other end there. There's a branch, so I got to stop here and get it out of the way. Got it. So that's it for today. Please like and subscribe, and we'll continue on with this project in the next episode. Thanks for watching.